As I was hearing "I Will Always Love You" by Whitney Houston, I realized the one thing that people who are genuinely in love hate to hear is rationality. Oh, do we hate that? You know, before you were in love, rationality was out the window. You live in Timbuktu? I don't give a fuck. We can still see each other. You know, you got 3 kids? I don't care. It's fine. Rationality is the number one sign that people are falling out in love with you. When they start pinpointing the rational points as to why you shouldn't be with them, that's a sign that emotionally things are fading away. And this is why. Deep emotions obviously create deep irrationality. Why is that? Well, emotions tends to have a gravitational force, a gravity, where it changes what you see, literally. The sun could be shining, and because you're so depressed, you see black and white. It changes how you receive information, mental information, like things, facts about things, and how you perceive people. When you like someone, all you see are the positive traits in their face. As soon as you fall out of love, all of a sudden, that gravity field that was forcing you to see the positive things in them, all of a sudden disperses, and you start to see how everyone sees them. You see, love creates a bias in things where all of a sudden you stop thinking about the reasons why you shouldn't be with them. It creates a confirmation bias where you like them, and so you figure out the reasons why you like them and you ignore the reasons what that will make you not like them, right? It kind of like caters a perception of the person. And so whenever you are talking to someone who's in love, pointing out rational reasons why you shouldn't be with them gets them angry. It's like trying to prove someone's God doesn't exist. They start getting defensive. They get mad. It's an emotional reaction. Deep down they know it's true, but it's also because they know it's true that it creates such a reaction to them. You know, you say we shouldn't be together because you live too far. Man, I could make it. Come on, man, I could fly. You know, oh, we shouldn't be together because you have a husband. Man, I'm not happy with him. I like you. You know, like, or we shouldn't be together because you're, I don't know, like, just any excuse. Oh, we shouldn't be together because of the pandemic. There is no reason to be with people if you really look at the reasons. Everyone has a reason that you shouldn't be with them. Everyone has a flaw that makes them not good partners. But also, people also have positive traits that makes them amazing partners. Even the worst of people. For example, Hitler, he liked dogs. He liked the environment. You know, you could, without even knowing it, you'd be marching for the environment and see Hitler next to you with his dogs, loving him. You like his dogs love him. What's you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get in trouble one day with that analogy because I keep bringing him up. I think he was an evil person, but I just bring him up because it's like so ironic that he liked dogs. What the fuck? Like you would think he would hate animals, you know? Like crazy shit, right? But that's the thing. The world works in contradictions, right? People have contrary traits. People have contradictions. That's how the world works. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be able to understand that whenever somebody is in love with you, they're not looking at the negative traits in you. You might know that you're showing negative traits, but they don't see it because their emotions, as soon as you show them negative traits, literally their emotions is like a propaganda machine. It's like negative traits literally morphed, changed around, conjoled, twisted around in a way that is presented to you that looks positive, because if it doesn't come that way, it produces a lot of pain. Like you get that reality that this person is not really who you think you are. It has such a shattering effect on your ego because a lot of the times we fuse our identities with the person that we're with. So it's vital that they stay this amazing person. So what happens? They may change. They may start to become a different person as you start to love them. They may start to abuse the power you give them, and you don't see the difference. Other people see that they're changing or being bad or being abusive towards you, or they take advantage of you, but you don't see it because your brain is in automatic mode. Your brain has found a way to function in a way that is consistent and that keeps everything there, but without knowing, everything's collapsing underneath. You know what I'm saying? So when you bring up rationality, they just panic, and it makes them like you more. You know, you say this is why we shouldn't be together. They start telling you why they should, and it actually makes them like you more because they sort of dig deeper in You know, opposition creates beliefs, intensifies beliefs, makes beliefs stronger, even if it's negative. For example, if you hate Trump, and Trump says pizza's good, you might say pizza's bad just because you don't like it. And over time, that repetition genuinely becomes a distaste for it, right? And so that's what tends to happen. It's like you telling them why you shouldn't be together, that makes them like you more, you know, because it goes against their feelings. So their system goes into overload. You become the priority in a way, right? Because they feel like they're losing you to rationality, and you just start to convince yourself that they're better than they really are. And the emotions will begin to match the way you're sort of seeing them in your mind, right? It's like when the parents try to separate the girl from dating the bad guy, right? It makes her like you more. So that's what we tend to do. We're pretty much doing that thing with just bringing rationality. And sometimes your own barriers, your boundaries are rationality. That's why they make people like you more, right? Because you made that decision when you were in a rational state of mind. You said, before I fall in love, if this happens, no matter what, I'm gonna stick to it, right? And people get mad that you can't. Your love for them doesn't cause you to bend those standards. You know, you're like, because it does happen, right? Because you like them, you sort of bend those standards, and it's validating to them to a certain extent, right? But there are some things that you shouldn't bend for people, right? They should sense that there's a rational gray spot in your brain that they just cannot penetrate, you know? Anyways, if you guys want to work with me one-on-one, go to mindfulattraction.org. Don't forget, I have one-on-one sessions that is individual, and that pretty much get your issue solved in one session call, to be honest with you. And I'm pretty quick with that kind of stuff. So if you guys want to purchase a 15-minute session, 10-minute session, 30-minute session, 1-hour session, if you want to tell me the whole story, you can just click on the description down below, and your problems get solved, man. I'm telling you, man. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. All right, people, if you guys enjoy that type of content, if you guys want to work with me one-on-one, and you guys have some situations you guys want me to answer, maybe somebody's playing you, maybe somebody doesn't like you, maybe you want to make somebody like you, maybe you want to tell me your situation and see what I think, you guys can click on the description down below and purchase a one-on-one phone coaching call with me that is completely confidential and nobody knows about it. And there I'll be able to give you my personal opinion about your situation. And at the end of the day, when you work with me, you're gonna get answers, all right? The point is that you're not gonna waste your time. If you guys want to do that, click on the description down below. Those are the one-on-one private confidential phone calls. And if you guys want to be able to, for me to answer your questions, like you see in my videos where I answer questions, you guys can book an email coaching session, which is more affordable, and you guys can change things around and nobody will know it's you. And there you'll be able to get a one-on-one type of coaching, and I'll be able to post it on YouTube. And the beauty about it is that nobody finds out, because you could just change your name, people. You say you're in China, I'm gonna say you're in Australia. Nobody's gonna find out, people. Now, I wanna make it clear, the private one-on-one phone call are private, confidential. The email coaching calls, as you guys can see, are things that I post on YouTube. They're more affordable, and they let me post a video on it. As long as you change things around, nobody will know it's you. So don't be shy, man. I love working with people, and at the end of the day, it's my passion to help people. You guys have no idea how happy this makes me to be able to help you guys at an individual basis. And at the end of the day, you're gonna get my honest advice. A lot of people bullshit you just to bring you back as a customer. If you guys are looking for that honest advice, this is the guy for you, okay? See you guys.